Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. Welcome to the start of a brand new Factorio series where I want to go big. How big? How big does big go? That's what I want to know. And that's going to be the target for this base. I've done a couple of bases in the past where I've hit the 1K science a minute mark. They were kind of intimidating when you start out, but once you kind of finish up, you're like, well, you know, I might be able to do more. So we're going to do more. We'll get into the numbers a little bit later, but for right now, I kind of want to say that, you know, if you're coming from the previous series, Factorio UNCUT, welcome back. This is the base. I let a little time pass, so we go ahead and get the concrete filled out, but other than that, we're pretty much in the same shape. And if you're new to the series or new to the channel or new to me in general, welcome. I'm Kitch. I play Factorio on the internet. Sometimes quite decently, other times not so much, but welcome, and I hope you will stick around and enjoy the series. Feel free to check out the previous series, Factorio UNCUT, where we made this little humble base right here that's currently producing 60 science a minute, almost exactly. Very nice. And yeah, we got all this set up. It's about 60 episodes. I didn't put any breaks or cuts or anything like that in it. It's all pretty much there, and it lasted 60 episodes. It probably didn't need to last that long, but I greatly underestimated the amount of biters we would encounter when dealing with a deserty map. So lesson learned there. So yeah, it's all going to be about taking this base up to the next level, and then the next level, and then hopefully the next level after that, and seeing how much we can get out of it. And as I mentioned, we'll get into the numbers a little bit later. There's a little bit of work we have to do first. First, a little bit of stuff. Description, down in the description, there's a link to all the mods and map strings and stuff like that in the series, so do check that out. I am utilizing a number of mods. I do want to keep it as vanilla as possible. There's just a couple of helpers in here. I have my own personal lighting mod. It basically just removes the player flashlight and things like that, and just and exchanges it for a more dynamic lighting system that you can control with keyboard shortcuts. Basically, I just make it as big as possible. It's a recording thing for you guys to make it easier to see in the dark, especially on YouTube after all the rendering. That's my mod. I have a couple of mods that are done by one of the viewers on the channel, Unhot, and I don't know that we'll use them a lot, but I do want to go ahead and use them because I've got so used to them, and I like them a lot. One of them is Ghost Placer Express, that basically makes it whenever you just mouse over a ghost and you have it in your inventory, it'll go ahead and just place that down. And we have the Mouse Over Deconstruct mod by the same author that does the same for that. And we're at the point now where we really don't need it, so I'm just used to having it, and I really like it. They're great mods, and it's a convenience thing for me. If something's happening a little bit slower than what I want due to my robots, they're in there. He's also got a couple of other mods out there, waiting for those to be updated, to try those out for the .18 version. We are on .18, by the way. I am using Even Distribution by 321 Freddy, which basically just makes it where I can do stuff like this. And it distributes all that evenly throughout the whole things that you have selected, rather than having to just do half or anything like that. It's a great mod. It's more of a OCD thing than it is anything else. It was one of those mods that I avoided using for a long time because I didn't see a purpose of it until I actually installed it and realized that I use it all the time, even in the late game. And then I also have a to-do list up here installed. In the last series, I was making like a to-do list just by putting little icons down like this, and you know, going through and we're going to have a lot more items, and so I figured a mod that we can put to-do list items and keep me honest, keep me on track, will be very helpful. I've used all these mods in previous series, and I like them all. For now, that is it. I'm trying to keep it to just basic non-game changing things. I'm aware of a lot of the mods out there, and there are reasons. I was going to do clean concrete to get rid of that stuff, but Some of the mods aren't updated to .18 yet, so there may be some more being added here soon. But for now, that's what we're going to be going with. And links to all those are in the description. So yeah, the first order of business, we need to kind of scale up things a little bit. We need to make the items that we need to make the items that we need to make all of the science that we need to push out. So let's go ahead. We'll roll the intro, and then we'll start going big. All right, so when making this base, just to kind of give you an idea where we're at right now, I have used all red belt and all assembly machine 2s. I have not used beacons. I have not used modules. I have not used electric furnaces or anything like that. So I think the first order of business is to get some of those guys being made so that we can utilize those to expand our base out. We have a spot here for the blue belt. We never made it, but we have that spot reserved. And this should be fine. We need to run lubricant in it, so I'm going to punt for now and then continue on down here. We're not making assembly machine 3s. And this isn't a great place to be building those because we actually need another factory to make those. So I think what I want to do is let's switch this over to copper wire. Let's remove that, and that. And we'll switch you over to making beacons. And that's where you will live. So instead of these chests or the assembly machines, you're going to be stockpiling our beacons for us. Let's do a request of like 2,000. Pick all those guys up, and you are set to go to 50. All of the chests in our mall area are buffer chests where I'm putting a request on them so that items that end up in the system will eventually come back to this area where they can be recycled, like in the case of belt, into the next level, or just to have one place to store all that stuff so our storage chests don't get clogged up. And the contents of the chests are controlled by these simple little circuits, everything less than the number that I want in that chest. That makes it, if I limit the chest like this, that works, but I can't get any more in here. It's blocked off. So by using the circuits, that solves that problem. All right, so that should be producing beacons for us. We can check that one off the list. Now, that's not all the beacons that we're going to make. This is just to basically give us a little bit of a jump start. Let's see. I was punting on the blue belt. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of. You need the fast underground, which is right here. Let's just copy this and paste that because you guys are going to need things. But you're going to need that as well as lubricant as well as gears, which are going to be right there. You need a ton of gears as well as fast transport belt. And you are going to need the fast splitters, red circuits, if I recall correctly. And you need gears too. Yeah, these things just require a ton of gears. That number is 100. I'm good with that, but we want to cancel that request and set you to these. Let's throw in a number like 2,000. You are going to be the blue belt. Set like 4,000. And how much are you making? 100. Let's bump that up to 1,000. And you're 100, and you are going to be the express undergrounds. And do I have that chest blocked off? I don't want to have that chest blocked off. All right, and that should put you in pretty good shape, provided we had some lubricant down here. Let's see, we finished up science. We've got 2 more sciences to research, and that will be all of the non-infinite science, so let's get that taken care of. And And lubricant. Lubricant is right here. We've ran it down one side of the bus, but we have yet to run it down the other side. So we'll just carry it down the water here. If I can click straight. There we go. Okay, there. Like that. Actually, let's grab both of those. Double our efficiency here. Not really. It seemed good at the time, though. Okay, that's going to come on down. Let's see. Our water for the mall is coming over here. I think I want to try to put lubricant, like, in that little line right here. We'll see if that works. That'll go there. 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 And we're going to need to move you. Take that around like that. Pipe. 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 Do I have my robots off? I do. We'll go ahead and turn those on. And you'll have to get your red circuits from over there. That should be good, though. Let's throw a couple of power poles in here to get that moving. And there is our next level of belt. So we got our blue belt. We got our beacons being made. Next thing we need are the next level of assembly machines. And I'm just going to run down here to the end. Because I think we should be able to make those down here. So these will make the level 1s. You will make the level 2s. This is very similar to what we had before. And then the level 3s are going to need speed modules. And I'd like to go ahead and double those up. So maybe a configuration kind of like this. Where our assembly machine 3s will be right here. And then we'll turn that into a speed module maker and that into a speed module maker. Okay, and then we'll place these guys back down. Let's see. Let's go ahead and clear the request out of that. You'll spit out there. You'll spit out there. These we're not going to stock up. They'll just feed directly into here. You require basically just the assembly machines and those. You require circuits, gears, iron, circuits, gears, steel. All right, so I've got this belt right here that's coming through the middle. That is our gear belt, or at least would be if we weren't mass producing blue circuits right now. So let's take that basically right there, and then that can come back up and go back that way. That's going to cause a conflict, but I think we'd be okay. Since a lot of our concrete demand has died, we can turn that down to yellow, and we're not gonna see any negative effects from that. That will not stretch that far. But that will. All right, that's got our gear line complete again. You need gears, and you need gears. So you take off that line, you take off that line. You're going to need those assembly machines. You're going to need those assembly machines. Let's see, everything here needs circuits. So I think if we took a circuit line just coming through the middle right here. That would be good. Like that. Okay, and let's see. We're going to need the steel line coming down. We are going to need the iron line coming down. A goofy little setup here. That will go up to there. And you will come out to there. That gets you iron, you steel. And then if we got circuits coming down here, which is this line up here. And I'm just going to end these lines here. I don't know that the mall is going to continue on. I think this is going to be the terminal point. I think that should give us everything that we need. All right, this will set up for assembly machine 2s. Assembly machine 1s. And assembly machine 3s. All right, now actually, I want to reduce this number. We don't need 50 assembly machine 1s. Let's say, like, 5. Put those into there. Put those into there. Power, power, power. All right, that'll get those going. And there's one more machine I want to fit in here, and I'm hoping it'll fit right there. And that is a radar machine. We have a couple of machines making radar, maybe 1 or 2. I don't know. I just want it centrally located in the mall. So iron plate, iron gears, electronic circuits should fit in nicely. There, there, and we just need iron. That go like that to there, and you make radar. And put out to a box. And hopefully I don't have those in a provider chest anywhere. I don't think that I do. All right, that looks good. So that's our assembly machine 3s. We got our beacons. We got our chests. And I want to do a little bit more automated building of things. In particular, a wall. We've had some issues with biters and me underestimating them. And I developed this little defensive system right here that's basically meant to be repaired and supplied by robots. And these guys can die. They'll get replaced. But since they're fed from a belt, we're not going to lose a lot of ammo. And it's been working out really well. The problem we have is I have been starting to see... Let's see. We've got an expansion over here. Let's just hit it. And see if we can see what I want to show you. Are you guys firing? Okay, they're firing. All right, nope. None up there. But it's good to take those out anyway. I'm starting to see green biters. That's the problem. Oh, yeah, there we go, right there. We're starting to get the behemoths, which, you know, these are going to hold up for a little while. They're going to be just fine for a little while, but eventually it's going to turn bad. So long story short, I want to get a more permanent laser wall set up. And we've already got laser turrets being made somewhere, right here. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of them ready to go. We have walls and things like that. We need to get it built. And I want to do that in a more automated fashion is the long short of what I was trying to say there. So I think what I want to do is I want to grab this setup, like almost exactly the way that it is. And I want to move that right down here. That should work. And let's see, this will go on through like that. I want to turn that into a splitter, carry that belt on. Actually, take that belt under. This is going to come down. And let's change this. I want you to be copper wire. You are going to be red wire. You are going to be green wire. I want you to be arithmetic combinators, you to be decider combinators, and you finally to be constant combinators. All right, this line right here will come down a couple. You'll grab copper off of that, feed copper up there. Yeah, you're going to grab wire. Boy, I don't think we're going to have a lot of excess wire in the system, but if we do, we'll have it covered. Let's see, you are arithmetic. You are that one. And you are the constant. And by that one, I meant the decider. All right, and those are all limited to 50. I'm going to bump this up to a full stack over here so that you will make 200 of them. All right, and that'll take a little bit of time because we're not producing enough wire, but all these have the exact same recipe. So once these two chests fill up, these should follow here very quickly. That right there does not need to be there. All right, that's good right there. Now I want to shift some gears here, and let's just check this. Okay, all's well. And I want to set up a station for basically automated wall building. This is our train that I've been using to just basically ferry myself around the base. And this is going to be the one that... What happened to the power up here? Who knows? This is going to be the one I'm going to use to go out and manually lay the track where we need to go. But then I want to have a follow-up train coming that is going to be basically filling out what I plan using this train. So let's clear all this out. Let's make... We get a copy of that station. All right, and that's not bad. This roboport's going to have to move temporarily, though, and that's okay. Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3 more stations in here. All right, and let's get coal situated. Power, that looks okay. Let's see if we do this right here. Does that power those down there? Kinda, sorta. All right, and then we need to get our roboport back in. I don't suppose that would fit anywhere in there. No. I'll put it right there for now. That covers a lot of what I want to cover. All right, signal, signal, signal. Signal, signal, signal. All right. This station right here, we have a train that goes through, and basically it pulls things like ammunition, artillery shells, as well as spare parts. This goes around to all of our outposts and basically resupplies all of the gun turrets and things like that. That's the purpose of this one. So I'd like to get something similar happening over here. That's meant just for building walls. And some of these are going to be very similar, but some of them are going to be different. Okay, let's see. We want power poles, both types, for sure. We want the wall. We want the repair packs. And I think that may be it. Let's increase that to like 1,000. And we want you to request from buffer chests. Let's do like 200 of those. Let's do like 100 of those. Let's do like 200 of those. Okay, and we're also going to want laser turrets. Those aren't laser turrets. Those are laser turrets. Not 4,000, maybe just like 400. We're going to want roboports. Maybe like 20 of those. And if you guys aren't requesting from buffer chests, that's going to be a problem. Because we've converted everything over to buffer chests. Okay, that one is turned on already. And let's go ahead and get a train defined over here. Robots should build that. Okay, so what else are we going to need? Power poles, walls, repair packs, turrets. Boy, that kind of seems like it. What else? What else? Maybe robots. That's definitely a possibility. Let's do like, I don't know, 200 construction bots. And let's filter this cargo wagon accordingly, and maybe we'll figure out what we're missing. Let's do like a couple rows of wall. Laser turrets, let's do like 4 stacks, be 5 stacks. A couple of stacks of big power poles. Maybe like 3 stacks of little power poles. A couple of stacks of repair packs. A couple of stacks of roboports. I mean, things like the train stations and the rail, stuff like that's going to be laid down manually by that train. This is just the automated building stuff. Do we have everything here? Yeah. Robots. Let's do a stack of logistic robots and a couple of stacks of construction robots. And I mean, are we missing anything? Combinators, lights, any of that? Pipes. Radar. That might be something. Let's do that. Let's do just like a stack of those. And we'll just X off those last 2 parts. Logistic request of radar. Request from buffer chests. Request from buffer chests. And did I get any of you guys? I don't think so. We'll go ahead and just pull those out. And was that connected? I couldn't tell. And we'll leave this last one as a garbage car, and basically for all these trains. All right, that'll get you stocked up, and we'll basically be able to go through with this train and lay down rails and lay down what we want to do, and then we'll follow up with this train to go and actually build it all. Let's take that back a little bit. And we're going to want to auto supply as well with things. Let's do it. Let's do it this way. Let's see. I want rail. Definitely want rail in here. We're going to want signals. We're going to want chain signals. Train stops. Steel chests. Stack inserters. Power poles. Probably combinators. And we're going to have this stuff in our inventory as well. This is just going to be basically stuff that's extra. Roboports. Let's take off one of those and let's do the filter stack inserters instead. And how many items is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've actually got too many. Are any of these like not necessary? They're all necessary. I think that'll be good. This is just the spare stuff we need. Okay, so that was railroad track. Signals. Chain signals. Train stops. Roboports. And I've forgotten. Steel chests. Stack inserters. Big power poles. Medium power poles. Set the buffer flag. Arithmetic combinators. Decider combinators. And constant combinators. And you guys will populate there. Let's turn that into a stack inserter. Probably you into a stack inserter. All right. That is looking like a very good start. All right. right, so we're starting to build things, starting to scale stuff up a little bit and get everything automated and ready to go. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next episode where we need to kind of do two things at the same time. We need to basically scale up operations. We need to get a better solution for making blue belt beacons, assembly machines, as well as modules. We need to get that cracking. And we also, at the same time, need to be kind of working on a more permanent defense line and getting that set up. Because it's going to bite us if we don't. There may be a point where I turn off biters in this series. I don't know. It depends. But for now, we'll just deal with them. It hasn't been too terrible. As long as I'm like focusing on them, it's actually fine. It's whenever I forget that they exist. That's when it's been really biting us. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Yeah, there we go. Have a good one.